Hello my collective, how are you guys doing? Thanks for tuning into my channel. This particular video that I'm going to be doing is going to be a special video, and the reason why it's going to be special, pardon if my camera's a little blurry, but I've been dealing with, like, you know, voodoo doll possession, where I got something doing this through me against my will, using me to try to, like, you know, break my own devices and cause chaos and do destruction. So what I did was I went and I got a book today, and it's called The Voodoo Doll Spellbook. Straight up. And the reason why I went to get this book, because I don't do voodoo. I wouldn't dare turn on God to do some whack ass voodoo spells or to do witch doctor work or root work. But there are people out there that are really doing this, and they're doing it, you know, using demons and things like that. Because I'm very thankful to everybody that reached out to help me. You understand what I'm saying? But we got people that pay practitioners, witches, do conjuring work, and then to see, when you don't know the knowledge of something, it's easy for somebody to just keep taking advantage. So I wanted to educate myself, because I'm looking like, you know, I'm tired of my hand doing like this against my will. I'm tired of that funny noise in my throat. So me and somebody else and a few other people are working on plans to figure out, you know, how to set Trixie free from supernatural forces, demonic possession, and if my video can help somebody else across the globe, whether you in another country, another state, another neighborhood, by all means, don't be afraid to go get this book to educate yourself. Don't practice none of the spells or the rituals in here. Don't buy none of the ingredients. Don't try to retaliate, because usually most people that are suffering with voodoo, demons, or tricks of spirits, or spirits possessing their thoughts and possessing their mind, if they get angry and they retaliate, and I would say don't do that. I wouldn't care. The spirit on me made me throw away my own dead mother's pictures. I'm going to share this with you. I am not practicing no black magic. I just don't want her pictures. Straight up. I'm not angry. I'm not mad, but I don't do well with being controlled. I don't like the fact how God watches me go through hell, and I don't curse him. But I'm not about to be doing black magic out of anger or voodoo out of anger, all because at the end of the day, I want my freedom, and I don't want no damn spirit attached to me, living through me. I like my free will. So I'm telling everybody right now that's watching this video, please do not practice voodoo. Please, if you being spiritually attacked, you know, don't do black magic or anything, especially if you're being possessed by a demon, a poltergeist spirit. If you're dealing with a spirit that, you know, constantly is channeling you against your will, because go and see what's going on. God got the power to remove it. And I tell anybody, if God ain't rushing to remove anything, by all means. Most people would usually then turn on God, and I would say don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? Because normally what happens is that, you know, God has a reason which we will never understand his understanding. As much as, like, I'm suffering and I don't like what's going on down here, and I don't like what transpired, and I got evidence on top of evidence. I reach out to churches and priests and paranormal investigators. I'm not an angry person. I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. Let me educate myself, so that way if I ever go to a house, I go somewhere, you know, I could recognize certain things and it won't be no problem. So I wanted to show y'all this book, because there's some powerful shit up in here. They got a spell called Spells for Power and Domination, where people are doing commanding and controlling spells to influence somebody, to control a situation, to humiliate someone, promote mental powers, or feel empowered. Back in the days, if anybody ever looked up the history of voodoo, if anybody looked up the history of demons, if anybody looked up the history of why would people practice certain things, was to protect themselves from an enemy. You got people doing this shit to show, like, you know, I'll conjure up a supernatural force, I'll do this to you, and at the end of the day, you know, you're not going to be able to fight back. So I would just say, if you decide to get this book, once again, don't practice nothing in here, but look, Spells for Power and Domination. This is what it looks like. People are definitely experiencing spiritual warfare, and I tell people all the time, like, you know, don't let spiritual warfare cause you to, you know, be angry. Look at it as a way, like, you know, things will be handled in their own right time. So I picked up the book because, like I said, I've been in here dealing with spiritual warfare for almost 7 years now, and I got tired of talking to people, and they're looking at me like I'm stupid. And I would tell anybody, I don't do well with that. You know what I mean? I don't get angry. I don't flip out. I don't destroy my own things. I don't do chaotic magic. So I started, talking to other people. And people was trying to ask me, like, do you got any enemies or whatever? And then I started looking into shit like, okay, people was doing chaotic magic, destruction magic. I ain't know shit about power and domination spells, so I picked up this book. Because I've been trying to figure out for almost 7 years now, like, what the fuck is down here? And God won't get the fuck out of here, Also in this book, you're going to find, they got Japanese voodoo dolls. Where that page at? Because for some of you out here, I appreciate everybody that helped me, everybody that came to my aid. Yeah, Japanese voodoo spells. Here we go. Can't make it up to you. I started to educate myself because I was in a cab rolling by one day. I'm seeing funny head statues on people's doors, and I'm looking like, that ain't no fucking doorbell. Shit is a motherfucking demon. Okay? The reason why I'm sharing this book, because like I tell y'all, anytime that I get some knowledge, I'm going to share it with you. They got spells for self-improvement. So you got people that do voodoo on people to try to make them self-improve. I feel sorry for kids that got parents that practice voodoo, root work, or witch doctors trying to change your child or whoever it is that you want them to be what they don't want to be. Because see, voodoo ain't just for the practitioners and the root workers. There are parents and young people using voodoo and practicing things in order to try to change and conform and do something to somebody. And out there in New Orleans and other states, voodoo is a big motherfucking thing. We even got shut your mouth on poppet spells. Create a poppet out of a brown fabric and stuff it with Spanish mosses. Sew 3 X's for the mouth as you so each X say shut your mouth. They got voodoo rituals and spells where somebody could like take your voice and shut your mouth. Or somebody could like conjure up a demon and now tell the demon this is what they want. Can you just imagine that? Because people fail to realize voodoos and demons go together. It's common sense. Because now, if you able, like, usually people, when they conjure up a demon, they know the name of the demon, and they giving the demon offerings, and they are, enabling this demon, contracting with it, they're going to request things. So now, if somebody sent the demon and asked the demon to do domination and power spells, to do puppet spells, like, more or less asking the demon to do voodoo on a person, because see, people fail to realize that there's usually a third party. It's either a demon, a deity, a supernatural force, black magic, shaman black magic, because everybody think because motherfuckers a shaman they good. No, you got evil shamans out there. You got evil witch doctors out there. You got people that do shit to people because it's like, you don't know. And let me show y'all. Here go the little voodoo doll. Bam! Right in the Botanica. So we got young people and teenagers and junior high school people. Shit costs here. I'll show y'all right now. $5.95. $5.95. Somebody can have your whole life for $5.95. And especially if you're dealing with like blood sacrifice practitioners. If you're dealing with people that fuck with motherfucking Satan like that. See, I don't fuck with that. But I want to educate myself now because I didn't always know what that was. Normally, anybody that know me know I get my little cards, my sage. Like I said, I don't be buying the soaps or the floor washes unless it smells real good or something. But I'm not trying to conjure or invoke anything. And you don't have to conjure or invoke anything for someone to send something or to attack you or be holding you against your fucking will trying to make you look crazy. So I had to share this book with you guys. They got breakup spells in here too for people that like to cause separation. We got gambling spells. We got lucky conjure doll spells. So people that got gambling habits, we doing witches that be gambling. and praying they get some fucking luck. It's like, this is the shit that they doing. Somebody, especially power and domination, is like you playing mind games and you using like water spirits, voodoo, but you're giving this demon access and petitioning them and telling them with the offerings what the fuck you want. That's what makes it more worse. But they got breakup spells in here. Let me see if I can find that. Release a prisoner. Court case spells. We got motherfuckers out there practicing shit trying to free the prisoners. Motherfuckers could have been whole murderers. And it's like, are you kidding me? You got people that go against God trying to get answers to shit you are not supposed to be doing. And what happens is demons, tricks, or spirits trick their ass. Some people using paper dolls. But they got breakup spells that they use. Let me see if I can find this shit. Better business spell. Employment spells. Let me see. Wealth and prosperity. Voodoo. Here, let me show you how real it is. Because I couldn't believe it. I can't believe God hasn't wiped us out yet. Psalms 113. So we're using the wealth and prosperity voodoo spell and calling on God too. This is how hypocritical and how fucked up shit is. That's what I tell people all the time. You can't serve two masters. You can't be saying, like, as much as I love God, much as I'm unhappy with my spiritual warfare, God know how I'm feeling. God know I'm so mad. If I had a RPG rocket launcher, I'll be blowing some shit up. But I have learned to just go forward, and I appreciate the people I encounter, because I'm the kind of person at the end of the day that, as much as I've gone through certain things, I believe God will get revenge for me. And his revenge is going to fucking hurt. And I ain't got to wish it. He just moves real slow. But I would say educate yourself. Formula for separation powder. So, you got people out there using Psalms 51, praying to God, asking to invoke the voodoo or the spell. And, you know, God looks sometimes and say, you know what, I'm going to do this shit. Not knowing when you do this, and this book can tell you, shit will backfire if you don't complete the ritual. So now somebody, if somebody does a spell or a ritual or starts some shit, or this demon that they use to do something, because once you do the ritual to conjure up the demon, now you got to do the ritual to conjure up the voodoo work that you want for the demon to do for you. That's a lot of fucking work. Psalms 94. Binding your love, mirror box to bind an enemy. So for people that's been attacked spiritually, you know, they using holy oil. Motherfucking Psalms 23, like, you know, people that usually get bullied and attacked, they're using this shit. Because nobody don't wants to go home, or somebody don't want to tell somebody that, you know, especially people that are weird, that are stupid, that maybe one time something worked or something happened, they did this shit again. We got young people that are fascinated by this shit. You got people, spice up your sex life, love, doll spell. So people is using voodoo to spice up their sex life. Can you imagine that? You got somebody on motherfucking puppet strings. And the crazy part is, you know what people tell people? Don't buy that. That's taboo. You don't need to learn about that. I'm like, no, you need to learn. Don't practice it. You need to be aware. You go traveling out of town or you go somewhere, you need to know what the fuck is going on. Change someone's mind voodoo spell. So we got people doing voodoo to control people's mind. You know how fucked up that is? That wasn't even your influence. That was a supernatural force of the demon they conjured up along with the NT and the voodoo. Because much of people say, oh, well, if you don't give something power, just have faith in God. I never tell people don't have faith in God, but stop telling yourself that shit don't exist. Stop lying. Because most people act like shit only happens in movies until the shit happens in their house. And you got people doing love rituals. Bend over spells. Here, let me show y'all this shit and read y'all some of this. Bend over spells. Bend over spells are in a class of persuasive spells called commanding. These spells are designed to manipulate someone to do your bidding. They are used to subjugate, the will of any person, such as a partner or employer, so that they will easily and willingly do whatever it is you want them to do. So imagine somebody put some shit on you or told the demon to do bend over spells on you. I gotta come back to him. As a general rule, the best time to do bend over spells is on Saturday during the full or waxing moon. So now we got the motherfucking moon involved. For all those that have the moon as your ruling planet, pray a little harder. Occult practitioners agree that working with the moon phase can enhance your work. But whether or not you do so is up to you. The dolls you create for these spells should be made out of brown for court cases and legal work, or purple cloth. Or these colors are often associated with spells of mastery, influence, commanding, compelling, and bending to one's will. So there are people, and especially if you're dealing with like witch doctors, root work, there are people that are using this shit to influence somebody to, like, you know, they got them like this, and they're being forced to do something against their control. And it's like anybody could be looking, and some people normally that go through some shit like this, oh, they curse the shit out of God. Cause like, how the fuck you watch that happen and I don't do that shit? And I would say, don't curse him. There's a problem when you survive such work like this. This shit go back to somebody. Fucking God. So for some of you out here, you being guided to know that whoever this is that likes to use crystals and Aphrodite, magical hem doll for dream prediction. So people are using this to try to figure out shit. The same way we got separation candles. Look, it's black. It got a heart at the bottom. So let's say somebody like you and they into some weird, like they into some real occult, pagan, Wiccan, witchery shit. I would tell people somebody should slap you in your motherfucking head. Oh my God. Let me share this with you. So this is a separation right here. Candle. Usually the person will call the woman name, the man name, the date of birth, a certain amount of times to cause the separation and the breakup. You understand what I'm saying? Along with the goddamn voodoo doll to get revenge, to wish them ill will, to destroy their life and to cause problem. Because the thing is that it's not so much that the voodoo doll is $5. It's the intent and the practitioner that got asked to do this fucking work. And I would tell anybody, usually people are going through a third party is the demon or the deity or a fucking Orisha. Because you got Orishas back in the day. That's why I look at people like, yo, you got Orishas back in the days that was once voodoo priests and witch doctors. They did root work back then. Most people turn around and buy shit and do shit, and they never did the history of the deity, the Orisha. Like, they never found out who somebody really was. They just seen it on YouTube. They heard it. They jumped on it. You know, they don't know what it means. And come to find out now, when this fucking Orisha or demon, deity or witch get mad, they'll start attacking you. Because now it's like, you know, you open up Pandora's box, or if you use them to open up a portal and cause some type of havoc or some supernatural force or some binding fucking force you were supposed to do, there's consequences with that shit. So, I wanted y'all to know this, because most people keep telling people, you know, don't do this, don't do that. New Orleans coffin spell to kill a woman. So wait a minute. There are people that are, I hope y'all can see this. There are people that are using black magic, using demons and spirits to kill people. Because you can't prove somebody died by spiritual death. You can't prove you attach a demon to somebody. You can't prove that you asked a graveyard spirit or a conjuring spirit or did some fucking evil work to really kill somebody. You can't prove that. But they died. Because spirits can't kill people. It's like, yo, it shut down their heart, made them kill themselves, made them jump into a train track, made them get hit by a car. Did all this. New Orleans is the ultimate city that is known for shit like that. New York City is now becoming a city like that because we're in spiritual warfare times. So can you just imagine somebody don't got the heart to kill you, but sent a witch or a spirit, a demon or a fucking Orisha to kill you? Because some of them Orishas was murderers. And it's like, If you never did the history, and you go over here doing these rituals and opening up portals, and you go into these Wiccan and pagan witches and practitioners, you understand what I'm saying? You got people that claim to be Christian practitioners where they ask God to kill you. Everything is an occult and devil. And I look at people like that, like, damn, that's how oblivious and ignorant you are. This fucking religiously church-going, God-fearing, love motherfuckers using this kind of shit. Because they don't like how you live. They don't like your spirituality. They don't like the fact that you won't bend to their motherfucking will. So for my collective out here, the wrath of the Jezebel voodoo hex. I want y'all to be educated about this so you can educate your kids. So you could be aware, because, you know, kids see this shit and they fascinated. They're like, ooh, it's just a candle. Let's get one. It's like, no, do you know what the fuck you picking up? There should be an age limit on motherfuckers that go into the Botanica. They're not doing that. Because if they was to do that, it's all about money. Imagine that. Somebody motherfucking 14 put some fucking kill coffin spell on your ass. Killed you. Or killed somebody that they don't get along with and that they don't like. Imagine somebody that just don't like you just because they don't like you and put this shit on you. Making you a target, making you an enemy, and you ain't never do shit to them. You got a lot of people that scream and say certain shit, and it's like, nah. You witch doctor, demon doll. Here we go. We got motherfuckers, like I said. Hold on, let me just make sure y'all can see this shit. Look at this. Witch doctor, demon doll. So who the fuck went to witch doctors alone? Because you got to conjure up the demon, the spirit of the witch doctor. Because for those that do conjuring work and evil work, that's why I tell people all the time, like, yo, when people sit up there and they be looking at somebody or want to play fucking stupid, I be looking at somebody like, you know what, it is what it is. Because most people fail to realize that people that are angry or upset or ask witches and demons to do their bidding, there's a consequence with that. We got people that are using witch doctor demon dolls. This is rather unforgiving spell. It involves invoking a demon. So it should not be attempted by anyone who does not have intensive experience in this area. So most people will go to people that work with demons. They used to summon demons. They used to conjuring demons. They used to doing things, sending demons towards people, causing problems. And it also says, take some softened wax and mold it before the fire to form your target. As near as you can represent them, pierce the image with pins with all sides while reciting the Lord's Prayer fucking backwards. You know how evil and twisted and fucked up you gotta be to sit up there, and you got a lot of motherfuckers that get paid to do this shit. They get paid to summon and do dark arts and conjure up demons, and then got the nerve to sit up there and pretend like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about that. It's like, yes, the fuck you do. I don't do that. Anybody that know me know I'm strictly a tarot card reader. I wanted the knowledge on this shit though, because there are people all over that are doing this shit, and you be wondering like, yo, what the fuck going on? What the fuck happened? And it's like, there's something wrong here. And most police, most motherfucking psychiatrists, most churches is not prepared for no witch doctor, demon doll, fucking voodoo. They're not. They're running them fucking selves. Voodoo mama revenge spell is used to seek retribution against someone who has done you a great wrong. Who do you hate spell? Make a black doll baby. I can't make this shit up. Someone that's in hate. So they're showing people and telling people, and then you're using God's prayer. So you go into God after you done conjure up this demon and this fucking witch doctor and did all this stupid shit. That's why I said people are so quick to look at, nah, it's just the occult. No, there are religious Christians, Jehovah's Witnesses, Muslims, motherfuckers that are using this kind of shit to do shit to people, to fight battles, and they're hiding it. Nobody ain't gonna tell you to your face that they practice voodoo or they work with a witch doctor deity, a witch doctor spirit. Some of those Orishas people want to claim and build shit for, they was once voodoo witch doctors. They were people that used a lot of nasty shit in order to get shit done. Psalms 55, a prayer for the destruction of the deceitful. And you're mixing that with voodoo. I can't make this shit up. Look. It's like, let's put God's prayer in there and ask God to help us do this shit. Anybody can say, like, how you doing that? And then you be wondering why shit start happening in your crib or to your family or to people around you because you're the motherfucker causing this shit. Tormentor Conjurer Doll. Let me read this shit to you. This is a Southern hoodoo conjure doll, spelled typically of those found in the mid-1900s. Make a voodoo doll out of black fabric and stuff it with Spanish moss. And a whole can of black pepper. Attach some crow feathers on the head. Write the name of the one to be tormented on a piece of parchment paper with dragon blood ink. Write your curse below the name. Attach the name paper to the doll with honey, locust thorn. Take some black arts oil and anoint the feathers with it. Then anoint the body with obey perfume oil. People making dolls to torment people, so they conjure up a torment demon. Because anybody know, if you ever got books and study demonology, I ain't talking about the conjurer ones. I'm talking about the people that study demons to save people's lives in order to prevent them from having hell on their ass. They got demons that torment you. So now whoever conjured up torment demons, you told them to do torment voodoo. And you got people that are doing that to people. We got demon doll spelled to get even. According to demonologists, the practice of saying the Lord's Prayer backwards is used for casting evil curses. It is said that if one stands before a mirror in a dark room while holding a candle in front of them and reciting the backwards blessing, the devil will come forth. So motherfuckers can't. That's why they need to be an age limit on Botanicas. And people doing spiritual work. Anybody can say, like, what the fuck are you doing? Can't make it up to you. Demon. That's what I said. For those of you that don't know me, I'm studying right now. I can't wait till I'm done with all my exams, because that would be like the next thing I do along with growing my business, studying demonology. So I would help people. I wouldn't want to see a demon take over somebody's mind, torture them, or take their free will. And I would be the person that want to be able to, like, stop, block, and be able to motherfucking, like, know some shit through God to get rid of your fucking ass. Because a lot of this shit that people is doing, demon doll spell to get even, this shit be strong shit. The church can't get this off of you. Threefold payback Wiccan poppet spell. Create a poppet out of beeswax using sheets of beeswax that can be purchased from any craft store. So they're telling people how to use demons and voodoo to fuck people up, along with fucking themselves up. That's why I be looking at somebody like, you got what? You did who? I can see you learning or you studying and you trying some shit out, but you're using that to try to hurt somebody, to torment somebody. You're asking whether it's a statue or Orisha or idol or even God to fucking kill somebody. Are you fucking crazy? New Orleans death rite. The following is a recounting of a served New Orleans death rite using the coffin described by Zara Nari Hertzen in the Journal of American Folklore. Its inclusion is the volume purely for its historical and folklore value. So it's people that are doing voodoo and folklore and witch doctor and like mixing shit to get shit done. 7 pins voodoo. Mississippi Hex doll. Look at this shit. Did you know on Pix 11 they was talking about how they found voodoo dolls by the beach? Look at this shit. If y'all can see it, I gotta get a new phone, guys. But I'm showing y'all this so that way, educate yourself. I can't wait to get some books on demonology, encyclopedias and shit like that. Because I'm the kind of person who, like, if I could help or identify or help somebody be able to describe their issues. Because in other countries, they way more advanced than America. We slow over here in New York. That's why churches ain't prepared to really fight and do things. Because anybody look and say like, yo, somebody really possessed, walk up in your church, ain't shit you doing about it. Mississippi Death Doll. Because this spell belongs in the class of voodoo spells referred to as death conjure or killing hurts. It goes without saying that you should not attempt it. It's provided for its folklore and entertainment value only. So, for some of you out there, y'all need to know Heartburn Revenge Doll. Wait. This spell is designed to get back at a person who has broken your heart. Make a black voodoo moss doll and stick the heart area full of pins. Skewer it through the heart region and set it to roast before a fire while singing with a group of your friends. Taking turns, saw over the doll and things like that who has broken your heart. So they're telling you shit to do. Vintage voodoo doll will slit in the back stuff with petition paper. So it's like they want you to take the doll. And I'm not promoting doing voodoo. I'm telling you what people are actually fucking experimenting and doing. So this will stop. I'd have been banned this shit out of the fucking Botanica. Time to get it off. I'd have been did that. New York City needs to do that. But see, New York City is money hungry. When you live in a money hungry state, they don't give a fuck about spiritual warfare until the spirits and them demons is fucking their ass up. Until President Joe Biden or Donald Trump or one of them congressmen in the House of Representatives get possessed and get some bruises or some scratches or some shit on them. I don't give a fuck. Black art spell. I can't make this shit up. Look at this. Who the fuck is sitting around doing? You need a job. Go to school. Black art spell. So somebody definitely, man, when I tell you, if I ever have a spiritual store, there's going to be a fucking age limit. Because number one, I ain't going to be selling shit like this. But I would have the knowledge of it to know like, yo, especially if you came up in my church or my spiritual store asking for motherfucking shit that I know you're not supposed to have. It should be a law against motherfuckers that practice voodoo. But see, you be taking away their free will, then it's always a loophole and everything. Ancient spell to inflict pain. King George's wife, Carolina Bushwick, was accused of being a witch because he suffered from a chronic pain condition. So back in the days of King George, they was using spell work. That's how far voodoo, spell work, conjuring work, demons go. Curses, hexes, and spells for revenge. So people that be wanting revenge, they turn to this when they can't fight in the street. People that know that they can't fight, they scared of going to jail or they can't get somebody back. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Goodbye. And for some of you out here, y'all need to know, I'm not putting down God's people. God people need to suit up better. Churches ain't prepared to fight this. There's people in Venezuela, Cuba, Argentina, Egypt, Japan. They know about shit like this because people are really doing it. New York City is just money hungry. 99% of the fucking churches out here do not care whether or not if you're in spiritual warfare, if you're getting spiritually attacked, if you're going through a spiritual haunting, and you didn't have to touch anything, do anything. Don't let nobody tell you that shit because there are innocent people that get attacked and go through certain things, and anybody can look and say like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Especially when you meet people that got these fucking orishas and these demons. Angels too. Asking God and the angel to kill you. It's through God though, so I'm not doing nothing more. It's like, you know how fucking crazy you sound? And that's why I tell people all the time, like, I don't tell nobody to stop going to church. Their church need to be educated. I know mine does. I know mine does. It's like, if somebody was to really come in here fucked up, and now the Roman Catholics are not giving out exorcisms like that. Canon law needs to be modified in 2024. And most people are scared of these new demons or spirits or whatever's being like, whatever forces that are out here, because it's like, until the shit takes over you and whip your motherfucking ass and wreaks havoc in your life, or especially if you got a group of satanic Satan worshipers that are purposely going around opening up portals using water spirits, witches, witch doctors, hoodoo, voodoo. It's like, how the fuck you fight that? They talk about Jesus in the Bible dealt with demons. They ain't talk about all of this. Other countries do, though. To make a person move. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm gonna share a little bit of this with you. I'm gonna read it. Here is an old Southern hoodoo spell that uses the infamous New Orleans black coffin. Take a 20-inch by 20-inch piece of red flannel and tie a foot of a dead animal to each corner. Make a black voodoo doll and buy a doll and dress it in black and attach it to a tag lock to the doll. A tag lock can be a photo or a personal item that belongs to your enemy. Place the doll in a small coffin or box painted black that can function as a coffin. Grab some powdered slurper and take it, the cloth and the coffin with the doll inside, over the home of your enemy. Discreetly lay out the cloth on your enemy doorstep and make a cross in the center with the powdered slurper. Put the coffin with the doll inside the top of the slurper. Do not close the coffin. When your enemy opens the door and sees this work, he or she will surely leave. So it's like shit to scare motherfuckers, as well as you attacking them with demons. So imagine this. Go outside your door, right? And somebody put this in front of your door. But now you got a demon. Somebody sending in demons to attack you, giving them offerings. You know what I'm saying? Or asking the demon or the Orisha or deity to attack you. Asking God to bless the fucking Orisha or the demon or even an angel to fucking attack you. Because people fail to realize that when you ain't got knowledge, I'm done. Shit happens. People be acting like God, people don't go to God and ask God to do evil for them. I tell people all the time, educate yourself. Don't practice this shit. Educate yourself. Bottle spell to make a person move. These are shit that was being done in the 1600s that have carried on to even now. And I would say this. In order for some of this shit to go right, 'cause some of this shit is strong shit, there's a demon attachment or a conjuring spirit involved. Because at the end of the day, if you find a strong witch practitioner or somebody that's highly experienced in summoning demons, and you got people that do that, they get paid to do that shit. They'll summon that demon, target that demon, and it's like, you know, they know what comes with it. Some people don't give a fuck about the backlash or the consequences. These are people that don't care about God, usually think they bigger than God, usually think like, you know, I'll do whatever. Then you got people using God and the voodoo as a way to justify why they doing what the fuck they doing. That's why I tell people all the time, you need to be careful when you fucking with dead spirits, conjuring spirits. You asking dead spirits to grant you favors. So you giving a demon offering and you giving a dead offerings now to grant you favor. And everybody can look and say like, what the fuck are you doing? Or what the fuck you think is gonna happen? Well, I tell people, you should never attach a dead spirit to a living motherfucker, because eventually, whatever portal you open up and whatever the fuck you do down here is bound to backfire. Shit is going to get alternated. That's like people that work with incubus and succubus, demons, astral projecting. You're doing shit to somebody you ain't supposed to be fucking doing. That's like people that conjure up hauntings. It's like, ain't no way. But there are people that are doing this shit. And then got the nerve like they want you to submit to the will of the demon, of the voodoo, of the fucking witch doctor. And anybody would say like that's how people die. Who the fuck won't believe you died because a witch doctor or practitioner or someone that conjured up a demon or did some type of strong candle magic fucked your fucking life up? Or they went to the graveyard now and asked this graveyard to grant them favor, and it's like, get the fuck out of here. Can you? So for some of you out here, churches ain't ready for this type of war. Spiritual warfare, my ass, that's a joke. Go up in half of these churches and let somebody be possessed and got a real demon holding their body hostage. Them churches ain't doing shit. It ain't God, it's the churches and mankind. That's the fucking difference. Because God created all demons. He created all witch doctors, all spirits. He's in charge. He's the one that got authority to be like, I'll take some shit off, or fuck it, I'll turn my head and keep it moving, or whatever the case may be. Because everybody be thinking God is just this like sweet motherfucker, and at times, not that he's evil, but he will damn sure move real slow to be like, I don't hear you. Doll baby to make a couple fight. So now you got people that are practicing this shit to break up people because they want to be with a particular person. This is crazy. To make a couple quarrel with the intention of breaking them up. Can't make this up. You got people that do this kind of work. I feel sorry for motherfuckers that be fucking witches. Women that is out here messing with warlocks, which would be male witches. Like, can you imagine somebody did that to break you and somebody else sent the whole demon and sent that shit? You got a double whammy. Churches ain't removing that. You understand what I'm saying? And people are doing that nowadays. We're like, hey, I don't want you with somebody, so I'm going to ask the demon or dead spirit or ancestor. People be asking God and ancestors to go attack somebody and do some shit for somebody. And everybody look like, you got to be kidding me. What you think is going to happen? But I tell people all the time, I know I'm that kind of person with like, God know my heart. Me being one, I'd rather fucking die first. Because you got people that do that. They mix ancestors, they mix voodoo, witch doctor, hoodoo, root work, and they didn't know the history of somebody. And now when the shit be backfiring, or somebody winds up getting into a freak tragic accident, or a spirit come and really kill they fucking ass, it's like, what happened to them? Dipping and dabbling and shit they shouldn't have been doing. And God sat back and watched the whole fucking thing go on. Man. Because for some of you out here, people are doing this to gain power. And then praying to God, asking God to grant them favors so they voodoo, hoodoo, and they demon magic can work. Because people got weird perceptions like, well, since God created a demon, God ain't going to mind me. So I'm still with God, but I need God to get his demon favor and get his voodoo doll some favor. And everybody be looking like, and you know what's crazy? You got motherfuckers where that's how the devil get in somebody's head. Now they trick them. They open up Hell's Gate. Because the devil looking like, well, shit. We the niggas that got kicked out of fucking heaven. We come see you. We'll come visit you now. You're calling us. You conjuring up that demon. You calling me. I would tell anybody, don't call that shit. Call God. You can't be calling God and reading God prayer backwards. Because for some of you out here, somebody is mad, my collective, that your education and your knowledge, and then you're going to meet more people that are educated. I'm thankful for everybody I talked to that educated me on so many different levels. Especially the man I talked to in South Carolina, one highly intelligent motherfucker. Studies magic. Studies it. Knew about different exorcisms. Because the problem is that when we lack the knowledge, we'll easily assume and make up anything and be like, no, that's the devil. No, bitch. You need to know this. You got teenagers running around buying this shit. Social media is a high-packed influence. You're practicing shit in the fucking house, and if you're not paying attention to your husband, your wife, your family, your friends, they could do this shit to you. Attack your ass and you wouldn't even know it. Out of jealousy, out of all kind of shit. You got people that are definitely using this shit to protect people from evil, and then to invoke and cause evil. So you still got to use your discernment and judgment. You got motherfucking priests with the holy cross and a separation candle in one hand and a cross in another, begging God to kill you off. That's how twisted and sadistic some of these religious leaders are. That's mankind. God ain't wishing that on you, but he damn sure will be slow to answer that prayer. So whoever does a lot of death rituals, voodoo sacrifices, whoever really never studied the in-depthness. You got some people, they study the in-depthness of the fucking arts. They could tell you like the history of demons, magicians, practitioners, witch doctors, orishas, occult practitioners, motherfuckers that been like, you know, the history, where the origin started from until now. How did that demon become a demon? You got motherfuckers that are good like that. Those are usually motherfuckers that are highly aware, because it's like, if you're going to be sitting around summoning demons with people, hell yeah, that's a lot. They're not going to be obvious to you. They're not going up there and say, hey, I'm somebody that conjure up demons. No. They living in low-key hermit mode motherfuckers. Look like you and I on the fucking train every day. So for some of you out here, you're being guided to know to please protect yourself, and please don't get mad that the churches can't protect you and help you, because that's not God not protecting you. God trying to show you that mankind churches ain't got no fucking authority to defend or get rid of no fucking demon or no spirits or no ghosts that don't fucking belong. Because now as times is going on and things have changed, you're being guided to know that you would need to be more educated in spiritual warfare before you could even be in the war. It's easy for somebody to say, go to church, like that's all you know. Church ain't doing it. That pastor, that priest never studied what voodoo, hoodoo, poltergeists, demons, portals, or witch doctors is. And it's like, what the fuck? And Jesus talked about demons. And most witch doctors and people work with demons. It takes some type of supernatural force of a conjuring, of an invoking, like some ritual, something, in order for you to conjure this shit up. And I'm telling people, don't do that shit. And stop believing the church is going to do it, because most churches are scared of demons and spirits. They're scared of them. They think the shit is only in movies. Very few, like paranormal investigators, they will be the ones to be like, we know what you talking about for real, for real. It's not a joke. We don't do no seances. We don't conjure up none. We go investigate. Because even spirits and demons is still an energy field. That's why people tell you, be careful with your energy. Be careful who you let in your energy. Be careful who you go around. Be careful of the meditation that you're doing. Be careful of how you use your fucking energy, because anybody can get attacked. But you're going to feel something in your energy that shouldn't be there. And most motherfuckers, especially in the state of New York, be like, no, you need to see a psychiatrist. You need medicine. No, that's to dumb you down to give the fucking spirit more power to fuck you up. Now you done gave this witch a motherfucking ammunition now. And that's why I tell people all the time, like, stop sitting up there talking about, oh, you can't, you can't do this, you can't buy this, don't study this. No, study the shit. Read it. So that way, you could, for those that are really working with God and you claim to be this frontline soldier shit, how the fuck you a frontline soldier and you don't know nothing? Somebody could be having something dead in your face and you wouldn't even know what that is, because you never read or educated yourself to be aware. That's backwards. Jesus received some type of download when he was casting out demons, like, yo, you're casting out a demon. Get what I'm saying? Jesus wasn't walking around blindly like, oh, I don't know what the fuck that is and that man. No. His father told him, gave him something, knowledge. Yo, that's a demon you about to cast out into these pigs. A lot of us walking around, and let me not say a lot of us, my collective is these fucking churches that need to be reformed, reorganized, that are in denial. Motherfuckers haven't seen, niggas is watching movies, and motherfuckers is not understanding that spiritual warfare is really happening except in other countries. And if you're dealing with money hungry ass churches, yeah, they don't give a fuck. You know, just give it to God. So what you possess, just give it to God. So what you got a spirit ruining your life, just give it to God. It's like, yo, you full of shit. Other countries do. I got a friend that contacted somebody all the way in St. Vincent to fucking pray over me. And it's like, it was showing that pastor like, I ain't get the fuck out yet. Okay? So that's why I say a lot of churches is not built. And if you got people that are doing this type of shit to try to conform you, along with working with a demon, along with trying to ask God to grant them favor, to cast evil upon you, it's like, because most people don't go in deep like that. They looking like, no, don't give it power. It's like, no, motherfuckers, y'all need to wake up. For those of you, your mind's eye and your chakras is awoken, your knowledge needs to be awoken. How did Jesus know he was casting out a demon? Let's ask that question. Churches ain't going in deep like that. Because I don't question God. I be looking like, well, he got his reasons. I know one thing, he'll move slow like a motherfucker. He'll watch that shit happen like, I don't know what to tell you. But the thing is, how did Jesus know he was going to cast the demons out in the pigs? Because that demon was using that man as a host. He asked him, put us in the pigs. Made the pig jump off the cliff. So before churches, I tell anybody, when you're dealing with like high intense spiritual warfare, demonic possession, you dealing with motherfucking attachments and shit using you, you need to know that don't read the Bible and take your own interpretation, but don't be afraid to ask some motherfucking questions and don't doubt God. He gave, the same way he gave prophets knowledge of things before it happened, it's a knowledge we need to obtain, especially these churches. It's like, we get it, praise God, we get it, love Jesus. Why you can't fight this? But you want offerings and tithings. You want people to sit there and read the Bible all day, and it's like, damn. Why are you neglecting them? Because you want money. Fucking holy water don't even be holy water. Mercury and lead tapping you on your face. That's why I tell people all the time, you should read the knowledge. Talk to other people that got experience. Don't just believe it. Talk to them. Research it. Congress Library talks about witchcraft. Back in the days, that's how far witchcraft go. Learn the origin and the history. That's like voodoo priests and all that shit. People don't know, like, learn where it came from first. Why was it created? Half of the shit was created to, like, fight against certain shit. Some of the shit was created to do evil onto others. Because people didn't want to do right. They were people that was going to God and asking God and whoever that they fuck with, whether it was a demon, a witch doctor, a deity, or Orisha. You know what I mean? Grant them favor. And it's like, it's a lot. And people keep thinking because people praise God, it's like, yo, a lot of people that claim, like, I know the Bible front back, I be looking like, yep, you do. Let me get it. Genesis all the way to Revelation, right? But if some real shit was to go on, and that's why we in 2024 are definitely not updated, especially in my state of New York City. I can't speak for everywhere around the world, because some places around the world, there's other places in other countries, they know about spirits, voodoo, witchcraft, witch doctors, root work, people that use human bones and teeth to create voodoo dolls and do intense black arts and do intense magic with locks of hair and the blood of a period and the blood of a body and shit of an animal and shit. New York City lacks. Half of these churches in New York City just want money. Half of New York City, most of New York City would tell you go to a psychiatrist. You need medicine. You're crazy. And you can have proof on top of proof on top of proof, and anybody can say, like, that's what some of the magic or the shit is meant to do, to make you think you crazy, or you touch some tarot cards. Tarot cards ain't doing that. Tarot cards is not opening up no fucking portals. The original games for kings and queens and conjured up a demon. We'll wait. And people that do necromancy need to sit the fuck down. Because as soon as I get a necromancy encyclopedia, as soon as I'm able to get something together, because I'm still in class, I'm taking my exams, I'm doing what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? My collective. But I wanted to share this information because I think it's unfair that people are suffering, people are dealing with depression, people got young people that are practicing and experimenting with this shit, all because of social media influence. And our churches here in New York City need a fucking upgrade. To everyone out there in the collective, thanks for tuning in. If you like to educate yourself, once again, do not practice none of this. Don't. It's not worth it. I don't care how much you've been tortured. I don't care how much you went through spiritual death. I don't care how much you done astral projected. I don't give a fuck what you feeling. Educate yourself and be aware so you can help somebody else and change their lives. Thanks for tuning into my channel, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.